All right, barbershop conversations, man, and we with the Hall of Famer. I have your picture up from the New Jersey Hall of Fame with former world champion. What's the kid from Brooklyn's name? That had cancer. Daniel Jacobs. I have that picture up right now, and we got the Hall of Famer. We have Mr. Come and See You. We have soon to be in Vegas for Crawford Canelo. What else we have? What are the nicknames you got? The author. And if you guys want to contribute, go to Silent Heroes on Cash App, SILENTHEROS, and I'll be sure to get it to the Hall of Famer. How you feeling, man? It's been a minute. How you been?
Yeah, I'm holding on, man. A lot been going on.
Yeah, a lot has been going on for sure.
A lot coming up. And Top Rank got a new world champion that we talked.
Who's that?
Last time we talked, Xavier, new world champion for the WBO 154.
Yeah, he is a world champion. Who did he beat?
Yeah. Fred, me and you talked about the guy the day before the fight. I forgot the guy's name, but he was tough.
I forgot the guy. Man, well, he wasn't that memorable, man.
Well, his manager, I never never knew that he worked for us for 20 years. He worked for DK for 20 years. I never knew. So he showed me 20 years with a paycheck.
Oh, wow.
I didn't believe him. He said, I'll be back. He jumped in his car, went to his house, and brought back a box of checks for 20 years.
And what's his name? Yeah, I'm sorry.
His name Peter Kahn.
Oh, Peter Kahn. Yeah, Peter Kahn.
Oh, you spoke with him before?
No, I just hear the name around boxing a lot. Yeah. He's a pretty wealthy man. So I hear. So I hear.
He made a lot of investments, but Dave McWater is a different kind of man. His money comes daily because he's in the liquor business. So that's why. You remember the girl that used to be with Greg Cohen? She used to hang around Bill.
Yeah. You too far away from the phone. I'm not sure if people can make out.
You remember the girl that used to hang around?
Yeah. The good-looking white girl.
Yeah, South Free.
Yeah. Sarah.
She left boxing. She's in the bar business with Dave McWater. Dave McWater is no longer the manager of Telephone.
Wait. Dave McWaters is no longer the manager of
Telepima Lopez.
Oh, really?
I'll tell you another manager you might have bumped into down through the years when you was on the team. Have you ever met a guy or spoke with a guy by the name of Keith Connolly?
Yeah, Keith Connolly, yeah.
He is the manager of Telepima Lopez.
Oh, so Keith Connolly got both of them, Hitchison and Hitchison too.
Yes. And the worst thing Keith Connolly did, when he agreed and I agreed, I don't know if he had Hitchison when Hitchison was with Floyd, or he got with Hitchison when Hitchison got with Eddie.
Yeah. When he got with Eddie, because he spoke about it in the interview he did with Akin Barak on Boxing Champs, Ring Champs. I think that's the platform.
Yeah, I heard of that. I've never been on there.
And he said that Floyd, he was living in the projects when Floyd was managing him, and he said he's never touched the amount of money he's made since he's been with those two, those being Connolly and Eddie Hearn.
Wait.
Yes.
I heard what you just said. You tell me a multi-millionaire, one of the greatest businessmen in boxing history, had his people living in the project?
Yeah, it's a quote. It's a quote from him. He was living in the project. He was borrowing money from Tank Davis.
You mean Tank? Floyd was taking care of Tank and wasn't taking care of him? Man, you ain't the first guy I heard say this. I heard every setback spoke on this. But I didn't know how to it, because nobody believes that every setback.
Yeah, he definitely said that without a shadow of a doubt.
But these guys may not have the money for that, but these guys are better businessmen than for it. See, these guys are white boys, they're Jews, and they're very connected. They're connected to people that hear they cry. And I don't know what happened with it. I spoke with old man Lopez. All he said to me when I saw him back in February at the hotel, he told me, he said, it just ran his course. After 10 years, he said, there ain't got nothing bad to say about Dave McWater. He was fair with them, never took nothing from him, but the relationship just ran its course. Did you buy that, Chris?
With Floyd?
No, I'm talking about with Dave McWater and something about hell with Floyd.
Well, Dave McWater, I don't know that, but I would assume Teofimo Lopez is difficult to deal with based off of his interviews. You know, his interviews are pretty crazy.
Now, Fred, when I spoke with him, last time I talked to you was in June, right, Fred?
Yeah, June, July. Yeah.
Now, I spoke with him that night at the hotel, and I asked him, I said, man, I've been with you for all the other clowns got with you. It was just me, you, your mom, and your niece, and your dad, and Corpus Christi, Texas, just us five in New Orleans. You got all these fools around. I don't want to be around. So he said, hit me, put it in your pocket. I looked at him, I got on $4,000. But what I'm saying, and I asked him, I said, you straight with me? Because I always been straight with your whole family. He said, let me tell you something.
I can't make out what you're saying. Are you away from your phone?
No, I got the earplugs in the ear, Fred.
Oh, okay. It's hard to hear with your words.
And he said to me, this is right what I talked to you back in June. He said, Dave Water was a fair guy. He never took nothing from them like most managers have ever did. After 10 years, relationship ran its course. He didn't have nothing to say to him or his dad or his mother had nothing bad to say to me about Dave Water. And Dave, when I talked to Dave, I saw him in the hotel. He said, old time behind. I saw you talking to my former fighter. I said, yeah. I said, Dave, all they said, 10 years there with you, you were fair, you never took that from them. I said, I'll take right in front of them to say something bad about it. I said, they just said the relationship ran its course. But I just don't know why they went with Pete Conley. Do you have any suggestion on that phrase?
No, I don't have no suggestions, but he's had recent success with Hitcherson, and he got the Puerto Rican, right?
Oh, yeah, he got Malanga.
Yeah, so he's had great success the past couple of years now. Malanga got the Canelo fight.
Well, that's why he did make that Canelo fight with Eddie.
Yeah.
Okay, but his last fight, Fred, after I talked to you, was horrible.
Teofimo. Belanger. Oh, yeah, Belanger. It was
we
really
can get that in the next segment. We can talk about that next. But what I'm saying is that, to me, Pete Conley always treated me with respect. Him and Peter Conley. I didn't know that Peter Conley knew my history. He said, man, I remember when you used to come in the office with Kurt BK. I said, man, get out of here. I'll give you that. And a lot of things he said, I used to go off on BK. And Mama Henrietta would call me down. Said, come over to the house. I'm gonna make us something to eat. You don't take down on those things. You work for me. And when Peter Conley said that to me, I said, you really know my situation. But he's always been respecting me. I just I just, he went about it the right way, Fred, and the top man. I remember when he got this kid, he said, it'll take me 5 years to get into the championship. That's the kid, listen. But the problem I had with that, and I said this, but to Brad Goodman and Brad Goodman, they don't practice kid enough in New York. This kid could be a New York box office. You got to keep this kid in New York. You got to fight because Don, you got to remember what Don did. And it's Jim Davis. They kept Camacho. They kept Juan Lafontant. They kept them guys at the garden. Even when they showed, they would pay to put on somebody to build up the market. And I don't think, Fred, I don't know how full you dug in to Camacho's history, but nobody touched the board, the guard across the board more than Hester Camacho. Trinidad did it with certain fights, but I just don't know where they're going to go with these two. You got 2 New York kids. Matter of fact, you got 3. And Fred, do you think they should do a blockbuster? You think it's possible?
No. With them 3 on one card?
Do you think could it happen?
No. That would be terrible because you got three guys who can sell out the small Madison Square Garden. So that wouldn't be smart to do when you.
It wouldn't be smart to make a super political fight and bring all 3 of them stairs the same night.
No, it wouldn't be. It's not.
Why would you?
I mean, as a fan. No, you asked me as a fan or I'm the manager.
I'm asking you as a businessman.
Oh no way, no way would I do it. I would rather get 3 dates, and get those. How many is it? 7,000? How many people fit in the small one?
The small, 8,200.
8,200 times 3. 8, 16, 24, 24/6. I'll take 24/6 and 3 TV dates versus one TV date. Yeah, for sure. 1 super card, not super fight. 1 super card.
We're super card.
Yeah.
Ain't no more super fight. Them days are gone. Fred, you don't think they could sell it upstairs one night?
No.
You and all?
Definitely not pay-per-view. And Edgar Berlanga, people got to learn to trust him again. Richardson,
we'll get to him.
And no way.
You don't think it'll work?
No, it's not a good idea.
Fred, you say it's not a good idea? Or you don't think it'll work from a business standpoint?
No, it's not. It's not. I
mean, even with Fred, with all the knowledge you got, running your business, you and your wife, you don't think you could pull it off?
Yeah, you
from
could.
a business standpoint.
Yeah, you could pull it off for sure. You only need 20,000 people, and there's 20,000 fight fans in New York. I'm talking about, like, if you can get 3 TV dates versus 1 TV date, I would do the 3 TV dates, or shit.
But Fred, you got the top because you got a whole community and they love sports. But I don't think he didn't, without the help that Eddie had on his last card in June at the Garden. If he didn't have the help of the Cuban kid and Shakur's first cousin, brought over 6,700 people from Newark, I don't think the Garden, the theater would have been back that night. I don't think he could pull it off like that.
Well, he did last time. You told me he did.
No. Huh?
You told me he sold it out.
He sold it out, but he had help.
Yeah, it takes help. Of course, you would put a Puerto Rican on the undercard, or a kid from the Bronx, or a kid from wherever he's from, New Jersey or
No, what, from what I understand, Fred, I don't know, 'cause I don't have connections in the garden ticket office like I used to back in the day. But from what I understand, Shakur, Shakur Cousins sold more tickets than the Hitchison family. That's what I heard. Now I don't know, Fred.
Oh, really?
Just what I heard.
He
Now,
probably sold 500 tickets if he works out at a local gym in Newark. Yeah, he sold 500 tickets. Yeah, he ain't. Come on, man, he ain't.
From what his mother, from what his mother told me, she personally sold 340. She don't know what her sister them sold.
Well,
She sold
listen.
340.
Well, listen. That's.
Fred, I'm just saying, I don't think this is a good show. Even though the theater was packed, but I didn't know the ramifications until 2 days ago when I'm supposed to talk to you. That's when I was over in the barber shop and guy was talking, and they say it's a good solid fighter, but they say he don't sell. I said, well, the guy was just packed. They said, think about who was on the card. You had a Cuban, 2 Puerto Ricans on the card, and Shakur Cousins, who just went to the national. So, Fred, I mean, all the hustlers that I know, all the ticket sellers, they like it. What you think about it, Fred? What do he bring to the table now that
he has a belt, man? Hitchison has a belt.
I know that, Fred.
He's a hot commodity. He has a belt.
Fred, he's commodity.
Yeah, he's a commodity. Them Russians, them people in the UK, man, they want that belt, man. Promoters want that belt to get that TV deal, man. That's a hot commodity. You know, networks want championship fights.
But Eddie got the belt.
Yeah, Eddie got the belt. You're absolutely right.
So it's already in you.
It's already what?
The belt is already over to you.
No, it's not. No, not true at all. Not true at all.
Oh, hear what I'm saying, Fred? The belt is housed in New York, in Brooklyn. But the promoter of the belt is in living England.
Yeah.
So when you look at it technicality, Fred, the belt is already overseas. The belt is just being housed in Brooklyn.
I'm gonna have to disagree with you on that.
Okay, Fred.
I think
I'm gonna give you this way. I'm giving it to you and our fans this way. Okay. What had he still been employed, he wouldn't have him there.
I agree.
But he went Eddie took a shot on him. So Eddie put him in a position to get the belt. So really, Fred, what I'm saying is technicality. The belt lives in Brooklyn in the kid's house. But the position of the belt, who's gonna dictate who gets a shot at the belt, lives in London, England. You follow where I'm going with this, Fred?
No, I understand you saying Eddie Hearn is a promoter. He's in charge. He makes the fights. He has it. So I agree from the standpoint of like what it looks like, the optics. But he's an American. He's not a born.
We understand that, Fred.
Yeah.
That's why I stress that the belt lives in Brooklyn, but the belt position is in London, England.
Right.
Now, there's no American promoter, there's no promoter over here that got a hot fighter that can take Hitchison to the next level, put him in the class of Camacho, Chapo, Dario, guys out there with you, Barbecue Cone, January Lopez, Yaki Lopez. There's no fighter here that can put him on the level of the New York fighter that he's coming after. What fight you see, Fred? What fight do you see? And I want our fans to understand what fight do you see that can put him to the next level, the guys that he's coming after to come out over the
I mean the obvious names: Tank Davis. Um,
Fred, that's a good name, but can they get it done? Fred? That's the problem. People,
no, they can't get
a
that
guy,
done.
a guy just asked me yesterday. I was on Bruce Dance, a podcast called Bruce Dance, Blues Man Boxing. I was on there yesterday, and he asked me the same question. I said, well, I said, I don't know if it gets done. I said, when I go on with Fred next couple of days, maybe he have an idea that we can put out there for them to get it done. This bullshit they get ready to do November 15th, that's crazy, Fred. But it's just about the money.
Who's November 15th? Oh, well, we'll talk about that in a separate video. You want to talk about that now?
No. I'm saying, Fred, what can Eddie do to convince Sam, Sylvia, and Al to make this fight happen?
Nothing.
Where do Eddie gotta go? What position did he need to take?
No position. Because if you turn down a Lamont Roach fight, and it's just nowhere Richard Hitchens can go, man. But he has a belt. He's similar to Pernell Whitaker. You know, Pernell Whitaker had the belt, similar to Hagler. Although those two were much better fighters than him, but he's too good. You're not going to knock him out. He's highly skilled, and he's just a rough go around, similar to what Devin Haney used to be. You know, we'll see who Devin Haney. Yes.
The president actually said, Fred. I mean, it's got to be a fight out there that can take Hitchens to the next level. That we guys from the press can force them to look at it, or even force to talk about it. We can't force them to make it, but we can force them as guys from the press, guys from the media like me, yourself, Blue Blood, and all, who they hate him, but we can force them to at least talk about it.
Well, why do you care about Richardson Hitchens so much?
Let me tell you why I care.
Because you told me he couldn't crack an egg.
No, he can't crack an egg for free. What did the article say? Leon Muhammad is boxing. I don't care if he never get a fight because he ain't benefiting me and my grandchildren. But in a game that I love, the games that I respect, the games that have helped me and helped my family through the years, I want to see the best fights made. Now, Fred, do you think that they can make him look?
You don't want that fight for Richardson Hitchens.
It's a bad fight?
It's a bad fight. It's a bad style. Bad matchup. Yeah, bad matchup.
Well, we know style make fight.
Yeah, that should be boring.
So, Fred, you saying, so from what I'm getting, what you saying, I don't want y'all to say I'm putting words in barbershop Fred now. What I'm getting you saying, Fred, is not a major payday out for him. Out there for him. You saying he should milk all his defenses and milk what he put in front of him and stack his money. But there's no major payday out there. That's what you're saying, Fred?
I mean, oh man. No, man, he can go fight at. I mean, you just gotta wait for somebody to lose, you know, or he gonna have to fight them Russians with all that money that can win them purse bids, you know.
Yeah, Fred, you ain't lying. I want our public to know, Fred, you ain't lying. The rest of Fred, the last 6-7 years that I've been paying attention, they've been controlling the purse bid.
Yeah, that's how they stay in the game. That's how they stay in the game.
They've been taking the purse bid, Fred. I found out they've been taking purse bids from Eddie Harris.
Oh yeah.
They can't take it, but Turkey out of secret got too much money.
You don't even go to purse bid. He said he wants to fight. It gets made.
Yeah. Fred, What do you think of, before we move on? What do you think about this November 22nd?
November 22nd?
Yeah, what do you think about this show November 22nd?
I don't know about no show November 22nd.
You don't know about the big card Turkey House Chief guy?
At who?
That the Turkey House Chief doing in Saudi Arabia, November 22nd?
Oh, with Devin Haney?
With Devin?
Let's talk about it. Let's talk about it. All right, I'm gonna edit this out and I'm gonna clip it. So, barbershop conversation. We back with the captain. I forgot the captain in the last video. The captain, the Hall of Famer, Mr. Come and See You, Mr. I'll be in Vegas soon. If you want to support Captain Leon Muhammad, feel free to hit me on Cash App, SILENTHEROS. Silent Heroes, man. And we have the captain on.
Tell about the book, Fred. Tell about the book.
Oh, and the book. Please go get the book. And what's the name of the book?
The Rise
and the Fall of the Country.
Rise and Fall and the Restoration of the Country Boy.
Okay, and part 2 is coming soon.
Part 2 will be here by January.
Okay, good.
By January, we second between the first week of January or the week after Valentine's.
Mm-hmm.
That's how we hope that it be done.
Right. Congratulations.
Now, Barbershop Fred and Leon Muhammad is going to talk about Saudi Arabia.
Saudi Arabia, yeah.
Which is 90 days away.
Wow.
Let me say this, Fred. Did you see the press conference?
No. Now we're talking about Devin Haney and David Benavidez, right?
Yeah, that press conference in New York.
No, I didn't see it, but I heard you were there though.
Yes, I was there.
Uh-huh.
And Fred, let me say, the fight that got the break out. Have you ever spoke with Brian Norman, manager, Fred?
No, I know AC Clark, right?
No.
Is it a black man?
Fred, they said AC Clark is around him, but he got a white manager on New Jersey and New York commission. It's a girl that was with Cassie Jewel for about 20 years named Jolene. She's an Italian girl, this fat girl.
Okay.
And I tell you, Fred, I think you did a couple interviews.
Yeah, we spoke about her.
I'm not sure.
Yeah, we spoke about her.
I think you did a couple interviews with her ex-boyfriend, who was a great trainer. Have you ever interviewed Andre Wazir?
Yeah, for sure. I sat next to him at the Keith Thurman fight.
That was in New York, when
yeah, it was in New York. It was Josito Lopez, I believe.
It's Fred. That used to be his girlfriend. She liked like that.
Okay.
She was managing a Holyfield son, Ebony. See what the dude was signing him on this thing. They know that he didn't have the talent or the heart Holyfield had, but they know he was doable and he was realistic. But what happened was Jolene got him knocked off in California, and the kid didn't want to rematch. He said, I'll fight the kid for these 2 or 3 fights to get myself together, come off that loss. He didn't want to go right in the rematch. And so I heard from the lawyer, Pat English, I don't know if you ever spoke to him or not. He explained to me what happened, that Jolene and Holyfield had some words on the phone. So he told him, so she told Holyfield, said, you was a great fighter. Your son is not a great fighter, he's a doable fighter. If he listened, the Holyfield said it to me, that's what I told him. He said, Jolene's crazy. So I don't know how she hooked up with this guy Clark. Who is this guy Clark? You know him? You ever talk?
No, he worked with Earl Spence. So I know him from there, and we follow each other on Instagram. So I follow all his stuff. I've never met him, but he comes off as a.
Was he
Go ahead.
Was he a street nigga, Fred? Out of Atlanta?
I think he lives in Texas.
Is he a street guy, Fred?
No, not at all. He's a family man. He plays baseball in the backyard with his son. I see him.
Fred, all that good. You do that shit every day.
I'm telling you what I see on Instagram.
Fred, I know niggas do that every day. And being in the club at night, popping champagne
Well,
with a different girl.
Well, I
So,
don't.
so all that family shit don't mean shit.
Well, to my
Because they posted.
well, I say no because I haven't.
But friend, I'm trying to figure out where this money came from. He didn't pay no ball in that. Be afraid that you know it.
No.
Where he get all this money from to invest in these big time fighters?
Well, somebody should ask him. I know you're going to Saudi Arabia.
Who going to Saudi Arabia?
You are you going?
Hell no, I ain't going.
Oh, okay. Well, he's training out there in New York. Go holler at him.
Who's training in New York?
I'm saying, no, excuse me.
I can no, listen what I'm saying. I ain't talking about Devin.
I know you're talking about Brian Norman Jr. I know, but I'm saying they're out there, like they're out.
in New York.
No, I'm talking about Devin Haney is. So you can ask. That would be a good
You
question to ask the media.
I talk to Bill every day.
Yes.
I talk to Bill twice a week.
I'm glad, and Bill's doing great, right?
Yeah, he's great in New York, man. You know, he's better in New York that he don't have the pressure in Vegas. That he said, "Jack, I can let my children live their own life."
That's good. I'm happy. I'm glad he's happy. Glad he's happy.
And you know, for my understanding, Devin's still in Vegas.
Yeah, Devin's still in Vegas. Yeah, he's still on the West Coast. Yeah, I could tell by his videos.
But Bill said he said we were talking one day, and he said the mother three is grown. My daughter's grown. My son is grown. My two sons is grown. I got my little daughter and my little son. And I got to prepare for them. And you know, I've been looking at Sean in the gym. Sean has some talent. He's got to be developed. He's only 15 years old. But now, when the fight come on, crazy, why I brought her Brian Norman, the white girl, why I brought her, because she swung on Bill and Bill's wife. You didn't see the press conference?
No, I didn't. What happened?
They got to fight at the press conference.
Who fighting what? Fist fighting?
Yeah.
Who started fist fighting?
Listen, she went off.
Who's she? You got to say names. Who's she?
Jolie, Brian Norman Jr. manager, went off on Devin's camp.
On Devin's camp?
Yeah. She went off on the security. Security said, listen, you think the captain smacked you, I'm a barrier. I didn't know that Devin security knew that I had smacked her one time.
Well, they listen to our videos. They listen to our interviews, of course.
But I never mentioned that I slapped her, did I?
Yeah, man.
Did I mention?
Yeah.
Oh, yes, I think I did.
Stop acting like you forgot. You don't forget nothing.
No, Fred. It's coming back now.
Come back now.
I'm trying to figure when it happened. Yeah, I told you about it. You got to call me. I didn't play no game. I was taking your call.
Now was it self-defense?
Ask Lou DeBella, he was right there.
I'm asking you. You did it.
Great. I felt it was self-defense.
Okay, if it was self-defense,
you swung at me and you swung at Carl. You're lucky my grandson never didn't leave you slumped over.
Well, yeah, I mean, if it's self-defense, it's self-defense. And I think women need to learn to stop raising their hand to men anyway. You know?
First of all, Lou DeBella told me, you're lucky these guys don't bury it. Only reason why she got a break, because Lou was there, he said, calm down, guys. Let's take a walk outside. Lou DeBella said that she didn't know my grandson was going to drag out the bar, stop her head in the street, and call the police to pick up and get right out a few hours later. They don't play them games. Come at us. Because we was talking. She wanted to voice her opinion. It's not your show. It's not Kathy's show. It's Don King's show. We are talking. You come and enjoy the fight. Why are you speaking on our business? Y'all ain't got nobody on the card. Oh, it was a mess. It was a mess in the Stewart Hotel that night, But anyway, she went to Zam Jr. the moment she knew how she went to Zam and asked Zam to send some guy to see Zam. Said, "What are you crazy? That's my father's God." What happened? When she explained to Zam said, "I told you can't get any other promoters." She said, "If you had somebody on the card and you were speaking on me and Kathy Fighter, that's another thing. If you speaking on a card that you got nothing to do with, even though you friends with guys that put on the card, but they ain't with you in Kathy." She figured because the two guys that was on the card, she figured because Kathy's lawyer was their lawyer and he made the contract. And I told Pat, "Why you sent over there?" And Danny Jacobs, she went to Danny Jacobs and Danny, the man, put his hand up. Danny said, "What do you do to him?" So she thought all them guys was gonna come to her aid. She said, "Listen, we like you, but we gonna speak one for you." So that's what happened. And same thing, she went off on the call. Fred, she was very disrespectful to Bill's wife and the whole camp.
I'm sure.
The board is crazy.
Yeah. I can't substantiate what you're saying, but I did hear about a ruckus, so I'm gonna lean on your first person account. So, but yeah. So, what do you think of the fight?
Fred,
Brian Norman versus Devin Haney.
Brian Norman can't beat Devin too slick. I'm gonna tell you why. They got it in his head already. They got it in his feet. She said, the only thing about Brian Norman reminds me of the old fighters like Mike Lee. He has to punch his chin. He's not a great fighter. He's a decent puncher. He's not a legendary puncher like Shakur and all these guys.
Right.
He's a good puncher. He has to punch his chin. But if Devin's on his game plan, he'll box circles around. It's Fred.
Yeah.
See, Devin more beneficial to Turkey out of sheep than Brian Norman is, because Brian Norman is with the snake, who's my dear friend, Robert Ayers. So Brian Norman is not beneficial to Turkey out of sheep.
Okay.
Because he locked in the top rank. Of course, Turkey out of sheep wants Devin to win. Because it's beneficial to him. Look at the politics that I'm throwing out there, Fred. I hope the people
No, I understand. I understand exactly.
I know you understand, but I want your people to understand.
Yeah.
Where me and you be going with this, a lot of people saying questions to me and you, they don't think about the question that they're saying before they say it in. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Now, Fred, we all know that Brian Norman got a punch, but he's not a good boxer. He's not a good fighter. He's just a decent puncher that always have a chance.
Yeah, I'm gonna.
How you leaning towards it?
I think the fight is closer than how you are making it out to be. From what I've seen, okay.
Wait, I'm looking at you look at the fight. I'm looking at the backroom deals and the politics.
Okay, we have different perspectives. Yeah, why not? Yeah. That's why two different people are on the phone talking.
Yeah, what you saying, Frank? You putting it from a corporate standpoint.
No.
I'm putting it from a business standpoint. Okay. What benefits took you out of the sheet? Because he with Devin's a Muslim, Bill's a street nigga. He can get more done with them than you can with Carver already and that fucking clown Todd the Buck. Do you agree?
I'm gonna back up because you didn't let me make my point. I don't know why you didn't let me make my point. You cut me off. As it pertains to Brian Norman versus Devin Haney. One, I would lean. I haven't seen much of Brian Norman. I've heard more of the legend of Brian Norman with he knocked He knocked down Terrence Crawford in sparring. I saw the knockout against the Japanese man. Also, on the flip side of that, I'm more astute on what's going on with Devin Haney because I've seen him. I've covered him since his first fight at the MGM Grand, his first American fight. So, and this is just a pragmatic. This ain't no lack of how you say it, love versus the Haney. I'm just gonna speak pragmatically about the fight. And if I'm betting $100 on the fight, this is what I'm thinking. All right, Devin Haney. He got the loss overturned against Ryan Garcia, right? Devin Haney came out in his next fight, and it looked like to me he didn't want to get hit, right? He moved way too much, you know. Now, with that being said, the combination of Devin Haney having to secure his fan base, right? Meaning that makes money for him, right? 1, 2, he has a lot of stuff going on outside the ring, similar to a Terrence Crawford, not in that capacity, but with a woman, right? And I don't know how much of that it will be a distraction for Devin Haney. I think he just filed he filed something. I'm not following it every day like I was a handful of years ago, but I know he just filed a restraining order or something against her. And so typically when a man responds like that, it's in retaliation of something, because in many cases, men don't file restraining orders against a woman, right? So maybe it's the advice of his lawyer so he can protect his name, etc. So I don't know. I'm just making that assumption. So with all that being said, and Brian Norman being more fresh, meaning that he ain't been knocked down, meaning that he's been real dominant in his fights. I don't know if he's a Samuel Peter or he is the real deal, right? We don't know. So I'll sit back and see. There's a lot going on in Devin Haney's camp in addition to the snack stuff. I think Devin Haney needs to leave snack alone, but who am I? You know. So I will lean on the side of Devin Haney, 55. He's been in bigger fights. He's proven more against greater competition. I would say Devin Haney 57, Brian Norman 43 in terms of percentages. That's my take.
Okay, I respect your take.
Been
around the game long enough. Can't let them vote you around long enough. Let me take it to you. Right. I want y'all to know. Fred has a point there. But let me tell you something. Fred just mentioned something about guys got going in and out the ring, the problem with women, all that shit that's been going on in boxing history. So Devin ain't going through nothing that Ray Robinson, Ray Lennon, I heard them was going through when they had big fights. So we can't claim that, Fred, because we had greater fighters that going through that. What more horrible you 48 hours from a fight, a history maker, and your brother kill his girlfriend in your house? What bigger than that, Fred?
Damn.
Devin's problem with a girl, Chief Thurman's problem with a girl, Terrence Crawford making babies, but Bo Mack won't lose no weight, I won't lose no weight. What bigger problem than that?
Man, we shall see. You know, I mean, some people got that gene where they can just lock in and focus. And
I'm just taking back off the question so people can understand your perception.
Right.
So that's why I brought up the other moments that happened going into a major fight.
Right.
That's what, not to assassinate your character. What you're saying is true.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm saying what I'm saying, I believe that doesn't have the knockoff as well as Tommy, Ray, Marvin, all those guys. And you set in 48 hours, one of your biggest fights of your life, the police asking you, was it your gun that your brother killed his girlfriend when you out?
What fighter was that?
Tommy.
Versus who?
It was Tommy Hearns. Tommy Hearns, Ray Leonard too.
Oh, okay.
Grade 89, June 12th, 2 days of my birthday. Tommy's brother John killed his white girlfriend in Tommy's house with one of Tommy's guns.
Yeah.
Grade 48 hours from the fight, and the police come to your suite, question you, say you an investigation. He said, for what? I've been in Vegas 6 weeks. I had nothing to do with it, sure. My brothers, all my brothers have access to the house. It said, so this, Fred, it was a big mess. This I didn't bother Tommy with that. And then Fred, then you know a few years later, a few years earlier, Tommy fought us, my brother-in-law. Then 10 days later, my brother-in-law went home and got killed on the motorcycle. Tommy flew right into Philadelphia. Tommy was fucked up. So, Fred, I'm saying, I hope that we can weather the storm.
Right.
Maybe, Fred, I never liked him in the pocket.
You never liked who?
I never liked Devin in the pocket.
Devin in the pocket?
Yeah, I've never liked him in the pocket.
You like his long jab, moving?
I like the long jab and moving.
Right.
See, one thing I've always said for you, if you hear me in any corner I look, I always say, use that stick. Because everything come off the stick. Right?
I agree. That's a big weapon. That's a big weapon to have.
Don't you agree that stick made Michael think so great?
I mean, he also was a savant too. Yes, I agreed, and he was a genius. He was a savant. He was a savant. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I'm with you on that. I agree.
Man, I don't know why you got that in the pocket.
Well, you say you talk to Bill Haney twice a week. That's a conversation you and him should have, and tell me about it.
And listen, and I told Bill, I said, Bill, for this fight,
you better not get in the pocket because you're gonna have to catch a lot of punches.
No. I told Bill, you fight this guy with the stick, and you fight him, you set him up for that same stick, set him up for that right hand, set him up. I said, he's not a great mover. He's not a great mover. If you watch, I was watching Brian Norman, the Chinese for the Japanese for the wrong. See, them guys that in that weight range, Salafino Lopez would knock him out. Tank would knock him out.
Brian Norman?
Tank would knock him out.
Wow.
I'm going to tell you why I said that. See, Tank is a better set down. I see Devin out pointing, but Tank sets down better than Devin. Tank sets you up with that double hook like Jerry Cooney, bang, up top. And Kevin told me, the boy down there, he told me, the trainer told me, but he don't listen to him no more. But I think, Fred, you don't believe that at the right moment, the right fight, that Tank could knock out Brian Norman?
Yeah, for sure. But like there's another one. There's another one who got these problems, man. Got woman problems, man, and it reared his head against what's the guy's name? Roach, Lamont Roach. So I think Tank is all messed up. I think Tank
Let me
is.
answer your question for you.
But let's talk about. Yeah, go ahead.
We're gonna stay right here for a minute.
Yeah, for sure.
These guys got problems. Right?
Well, boxing is a poor man's sport, so.
No.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Taking back on your question, we just said these two guys got problems.
Right.
With women, right?
Right.
Okay, Fred. Think about it. You don't have women problems, right?
Money problems?
Women problems.
No, definitely not.
Okay, hear me out. Think about it, Fred. And I love these guys. So Fred, think about it. Look at the woman that raised you, and look at the women that raised him.
Mm-hmm.
That's all I'm saying. Not talking bad about them guys' mother.
Yeah, I understand where you're going with it, and that's very practical That's very practical, right?
Devin's mother is a sweetheart, but look at the position that he was in between the two. Bill's my guy. His mother's my girl. But when you face reality, and I love Shakur's mother, because Wally's my guy. But you have to look at these guys got problems, right? Because these women wasn't there when these guys needed them.
Okay, I can see that.
And that's what I want our fans to understand. Not because these guys are tighter, you got to be there for these children, whether they're playing ball, football, basketball, baseball, they're playing soccer, or they're running track, or even in life, you got to be there for these guys, women. Young women, you got to be there for these guys. Not come around when your bank account is out of this world. Not saying that these women are around because their children making money for you, but where was they at? You got to be in the child life every day. Fred, I notice it. Every day you're doing something with these children. If it ain't in the gym, you're doing something with them. You see what I'm saying, Fred?
No, I understand where you're coming from. And
Fred, that's why I think a lot of these athletes, and celebrities have problems in their relationships because they had no one to prepare them for the ups and downs.
That's fair.
And the long haul.
That's fair.
You know what I'm saying? See, Fred, nobody in the world thought me and Road Shooter was going to last 34 years. Everybody thought we were going to win the last 10 minutes.
Who's that? Say it again.
Me and Road Shooter. James Shooter's sister. Who fought Tommy. So Fred, I'm saying, and all these guys are like me. I want the world to know I ain't bad mouthing the fans, but where's the fans at when they needed these guys? When these guys needed them. I mean, Fred, all the major guys, man, come on. And I love Crawford. Come on, man. Stuff he did the last couple months was retarded. But it is what it is. So that's what I'm saying, Fred. So you have to look at all the disappointments that all these fighters take into the ring with, the ups and the downs.
Yeah, and I would say women. Will the women destroy Devin Haney and Terrence Crawford? Might as well put them all together now. Will destroy Terrence Crawford, Devin Haney. Look what it did to the kid out of New York, who was projected to be a light heavyweight world champion. What's his name? He's a bronze medalist. No, or he was a PBC. You know, he's from New York.
Ooh.
The light heavyweight. That was what PBC. He got 4 charges, assault charges or DV charges against a woman, his baby mama. Green, what's his name?
He was with Al?
Yeah, he was with Al. Light heavyweight guy. He fought Badu Jack. Yeah, he fought Badu Jack.
I don't know him.
Yeah, you do.
He must have won popular in New York.
Nah, he fought Badu Jack. The fight where Badu Jack got that gash in his head.
Was he popular in New York?
Yeah.
To get his name ring like Bob Wheeler
Not
and
like
Danny
that.
Jacobs?
Not like that, but he was, yeah, man. Badu Jack is 41 years old, man. I done seen his whole career. His name is Marcus Brown. You remember Marcus Brown?
Marcus Brown got stopped at the Garden, the Barclays Center.
Against who?
Yeah. Fred, he fought somebody at the Barclays Center. That's the night that me and Michael Spence was there. When he had Fred, I forgot what card it was. They had 3 or 4 light heavyweights on the card that night.
Oh, John Pascal. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he was supposed to be the next one though.
Wait. I went right back, Fred.
Women.
Fred, I'm saying this to educate these guys to be a lawyer. If you're running a medical tech center, taking X-ray, be careful who you get involved with. He said these girls today are not women like my mother, your aunt, and grandmother. Those women are not being born no more. Like the aunts you just left in Virginia, Fred, they ain't being born no more. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, Fred, I'm surprised you. But Fred, I ain't heard that name in about 5 years. You, Marcus Brown?
Yeah, he has a comeback fight coming up soon.
Al still got it?
I don't think so. No, I don't think so. All these guys on their own. We got David Benavidez on the what you call card. He ain't got. He went to go get that money too. So yeah.
Fred, David Benavidez, he put himself in the position to get shot like his brother did. He's trying to get to the money.
Mm-hmm.
I heard he taking care of his brother now.
His brother probably works for him in some capacity.
Yeah, that's what I heard.
Probably his lead sparring partner.
But Fred, let me ask you something, Didn't Marcus Brown get a few months in the county for that last case?
I can Google it right now. But yeah, Marcus Brown. I remember it, man, because he pissed me off. I mean, he didn't piss me off, but it's just
Fred, he has some talent.
Yeah, he had talent. Busted. The last one is Marcus Brown. Marcus Brown busted in 4th domestic incident involving former girlfriend. Yeah, 4. Because I remember talking about it when he fought Arthur Beterbiev.
See, that's why I always said, since you know me, I've always said this. A fighter is only good as his team.
Right.
If you don't have a good team, Fred, you're going to fuck up down the way because the money, if you ain't used to it. See, Fred, guys, when I started making money in boxing, Fred, I already had money from the furniture business and the lumber business. So when I started making money with Ali, Joe, and all of them, getting the side partners, hanging out with them, put the money in my pocket, Fred, I already had money. When I got with Ali, I had plenty street. I had plenty number money. But you know that was black folk thing. Back in New York, Philadelphia, Detroit, the number. So Fred, I'm saying, and a lot of these guys got problems because they didn't have no women around them to teach them. Mm-hmm. And I'm not saying that these guys' mothers are bad women. It's Fred, it's just, it is what it is.
Right.
You take what's the boy name that played for Detroit, Fred? Basketball. You basketball man.
Isaiah Thomas.
His father was a running back for the Cowboys.
Grant Hill.
Yeah. Now, Fred, his mother said something to Charles Barkley And I took that at heart. Now, I wasn't there. Charles was always talking
Oh yeah,
about
about the money and the friends, right? About
the
how
money, the friends,
about she didn't
about
want
the
no
money,
money from him.
about the, but she want no money
Speak up, speak
from
up,
her
speak up,
son.
speak up. Because I saw that interview. Go ahead, talk about it. I saw that
Friend,
interview. Go ahead.
yeah, she said, listen here, I don't know if her child is still living or not, but this was 2 years back. And when Charles Barkley said it, he said on TV and he said it, he was somewhere in New York.
Speak up because it's important. It's important what you're about to
Fred,
say.
I'm speaking up, man. I'm talking to the speaker, man. Come on.
No, well, if I can't hear you, they can't hear you.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, Fred, is the way she said it. She said, you can't take care of family. The family don't know when to quit. She said, that's why me and Calvin still work. That's why we still work. And that's why we don't take that from Grant. Grant got his own life and his own family. And to hear a mother say that, Fred, that's very real, Fred. Because most mothers think their children supposed to take care of them after they make it. Do you agree with what Ms. Neal said, Fred?
Yeah, of course
Of
course I agree, because in some capacity I deal with that as well. So yeah, you don't bail out your family, you hold them accountable. Um and here's what I've learned over the years. You don't let family members borrow money. You say, I'll give you this, but if you want to, you can't borrow money from me again, because you're never going to pay it back. So that's typically what I would do. And word has gotten around my family how I operate. So it's been real refreshing the last 5 years, I would say,
Fred, at first, in hearing what you said, Fred, at first I didn't understand what Miss Grant meant.
Uh-huh.
Even though Charles said it, he said, I come out the top. I come out the South with my family with the farm. Some years, my grandparents made money farming. Some years they worked all year for nothing. But my grandparents made it because I had they had other children. I had uncles that was in the streets of Philadelphia, in the streets of New York, streets of Detroit, Chicago. It was in the number of villages, whatever they was. They made sure their parents paid. But Fred, at first, I disagreed with Ms. Grant until I heard Charles explain the way she explained to Charles Barkley
Mm-hmm.
that she have never taken money from her son. And her son made more money than her and her husband ever made. And do you agree with her, Fred?
Yeah, I agree with her for sure.
Wholeheartedly, some aspect.
I mean, wholeheartedly, yes, with her fundamental statement, yes. And there are exemptions to that rule, where
Now,
you may have some leniency. But overall,
now, Fred,
yes, for sure.
you did some leniency, right?
I just what?
Did you did some leniency? Did you pay for the whole thing in Virginia?
The family reunion, yes.
So, Fred, not saying that wasn't good of you and your wife, but Fred, ain't none of your brothers offer to help you?
I wouldn't say offer to help. I stuck my neck out and said I would
Oh,
pay
you
for it.
you put yourself in the position.
Yeah, I raised my hand. Yeah.
So, Fred, do you think your brother should offer?
The brother should what?
Do you think your brother or some of your first cousins should offer to help you, even though you might not took it?
Yeah, of course they should offer, for sure. That's etiquette.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's etiquette. Yeah.
But see, Fred, I understand what Ms. Grant said, Fred, and I always taught that you take care of your mom, your dad, and your grandparents. Even all the shit that my father did to my mother. Now that my mother's gone, my father's still around. He's gonna be 99 in November. Fred, I don't disrespect my father. I don't call it as much, but my grandchildren love it. They Papa. But what I didn't do for it, and that you and I see it happen every day in our in the fight games in the sports arena that we are at. Women turn women that was led and involved ball players, fighters, baseball players, basketball players, soccer players. Once the relationship runs its course, why do these women turn their children against their father?
Well, ignorance. If you don't have, if many cases, if you don't have a living example of what love and marriage and being God fearing and living under the covenant of God, you lean on cultural entities like BET. Maybe there's a local drug deal or a pimp or uh, you know, someone from Temple Number 12. Maybe they're influencing you to do bad things.
But let me say this to you.
Uh-huh.
I don't know why you brought me in 12. I don't know why you brought me in 12. I don't know why you playing in 12 because there's nothing good outcome playing 12. So, but what I will say this thing,
Uh-huh.
you got to look at the example players. Most of these ball players today, they are partners or when they had children born in the late 70s or the early 80s. You agree?
Say that again.
I'm saying most of these ball players and fighters that's making money today, most of them partners born in the late 70s or the early 80s.
Right now.
Right now.
I mean,
late 80s.
they're on their way out now. Yeah, they're on their way out. If they're in the late 80s, they're definitely on their way out now. Got to make them 35. Uh-huh.
Okay. You know what I'm saying? Now you say, now, and I got nothing against Tiger Woods. It is what it is. But when you got two children that's involved, you have to be mindful what you do. Because I noticed that in the few years I've been talking to you, you're very mindful what you say. Even if we talking business on the phone, you watch how you tell us something if your children have to be downstairs. I noticed you always do a lot of your interviews after 8 o'clock at night.
Mm-hmm.
I always notice that phrase because your children are probably in their room, sleep,
right,
finish up their homework before they go to sleep.
That's a
that
fact.
dawned on me why you do that.
Right.
And because I noticed one thing, I want you guys to know that I noticed about barbershop praise and I noticed about Blues Man Bruce. Y'all are very careful with y'all say because y'all don't know who listens. Especially you don't know if the father got the radio on or the phone saying and the kids in there. So I understand why you do what you do. At first I didn't understand why you did your interviews at the tough time.
Mm-hmm.
So and I'm saying, Fred, do you think these guys that with these fights coming up have good people around them? The Normans, the Haymon, the Benavide?
Yeah, because you can't. Okay, let's hustle backwards for a second. You said Brian Norman, he has a father. You said Devin Haney, he has a father. Who else did you say?
David Benavide.
Oh, yeah, your voice is much better. Yeah, he has a father. So I can't go against what's gotten them thus far.
What about the kid he's fighting with? The kid that David Benavide.
I don't know nothing. I don't know much about him. Anthony Yard. I know he's from overseas, but outside.
If ain't Eddie got him?
Mm-hmm. No, I think the other one, the Big Eyes.
Frank Warren?
Yeah.
Frank Warren?
Uh-huh.
He said, Frank and I go way back.
Uh-huh.
And when I looked at that press conference, Now, the day of the press conference, the fight broke out the day before the press.
Right.
The day of the press conference, I was there with Bill. I'm walking with him. He said, "Cat," because I had so many people around Bill and his wife. I said, "Now, I said, I ain't got nothing to do with these guys that you paying, but I got guys around me. These motherfuckers are showing up. That's the original crew. This is Jeremiah Shabaz's crew." So Bill said to me, he said, "When you get all these old gangsters from to Bill, we the guys that took care of Minister Jeremiah." I said, "Listen," I said, "the squad that Jeremiah had, if people want to get at it, they couldn't get at it." I said, "People got at James Shabazz, but James Shabazz, he had killers that'll go for him, but he had no killers to protect him and his family." So I always say, Fred, if people want to put it in the thing, Fred, from what I understand now, why we still Parsons started red but number second, Fred, I don't think David Benavides can beat this yard kid.
Shit. Shit.
I'm gonna tell you.
Shit. Okay. Now, let me. Okay. Now you can say that, but this. So if anyways, I'll make my point after you make your point. Go ahead.
Okay, Fred. All the years I've known Frank Moore, and I've known Frank Moore a long time. I've never seen Frank Moore make a fight, but he didn't have 65 or 70% chance to win. In all the years I know Frank.
Oh well.
And now I'm going off Frank's record. David Benavides, he ain't got no protection. Got that Hollywood Serena.
All right, let's start a new video then. Let's start a new video. Barbershop conversation. Yeah, I appreciate it, man. Yeah, let's start a new one so we can barbershop conversations, man. We got the captain, the Hall of Famer, the author, Mr. Come and See You, Mr. I'll be gone to November. Headed to Vegas next week. The author, the captain, the Hall of Famer, the Knick fan that spent his greater days in Philadelphia. What else? Yeah, man. Leon J. Muhammad, man. New Jersey Hall of Famer, man. How are you this evening?
Bro, I'm holding on, man. Holding on, getting ready for these
two big fights. Yeah. And
man. Me and you ain't mentioned. We got a fight. You got to tell everybody. I don't know how this kid got the Barclays Center for October 18th. We got to talk about him.
Who got
for the world?
Who?
Danny Garcia. He got a big show at the Barclays Center.
Danny Garcia.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know nothing about that.
Fred, put it up before we talk so we know.
Who is he fighting?
Fred, I don't know, but I know. Fred, that he got a card at the Barclays. I don't know if he owned the card. But I know Danny got a little hot kid that photo out his card named Chief Cologne, top ranked.
Yeah, he's making his boxing return. I'll read it to you. Danny Garcia makes boxing return October 18, 2025 under his own promotion as the headline fight with a card to also feature top ranked fighters to keep them active while TP, who's TP, finds a new broadcaster. They meant to say TR. Okay, Danny Garcia will return to boxing. Okay. Wow. That's big news. That's huge news because Danny. Wait. Let me give you a VIP ticket to the game. Because reason why that is a big deal is because, like Andre Berto, like Floyd Mayweather, Danny Garcia is one of Al Haymon's first loves, in addition to his brother and Vernon Forrest. But those are like his babies, so it's real interesting that Danny Garcia is using his own money to fund top ranked fighters along with his professional career. Continue.
Fred, I don't know how true that is.
You got to speak up,
I
champ.
spoke. I don't know how true that is, friend. I spoke with top ranked matchmaker, my friend. He's gonna be 60 in February. I had him since he was 15 years old. Brad Goodman. He said to me, the way they print it got some truth to it, and it's not really true. They asked Danny to do them a favor to put one or two of their guys on his card. I think it's not no name guy that Danny's doing them a favor, but as somebody that they're dealing, to my understanding, from what Brad Goodman told me, that Danny is not really doing them a favor because ain't nobody doing you no favor if you paying for it.
Right.
And I think you can look at it many ways. It's helping Danny, and Danny's helping them.
Right. They're helping each other. So you know where the opponent is coming from then. The opponent is going to be a top ranked fighter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So Fred, what do you think the rent on the Barclays is?
Ooh, maybe a shit. Ooh, let me see. Rent Barclay.
For one night. 50.
Yeah, I would say something.
Fred,
How much to rent Barclays Center? Starting in the tens of thousands of dollars for the arena alone, not including premium seating. They just give me, they're not telling you. In addition, they're not telling it indirectly.
Now, Fred, what Danny is up against is the first start of basketball season.
Not yet. He's a week away.
Oh, he's a week away?
Yeah, the NBA season. Wait, you may be right. NBA season. When does NBA season? So I'll Google it right now. I can get you the answers now.
Yeah, because
yep, he just made it. October 22nd. That Wednesday. That Tuesday or Wednesday starts.
Preseason is still going on, right?
Yeah, but preseason don't do the numbers that the season does. But you're right.
No. What I'm saying,
I get you.
Picked the right date.
Yeah. Well, that's the only date he had available. So he had to get in where he fit in. Because once NBA season start, those Saturday nights are slim pickings.
And now we talk about dates because they have no problem getting a date for Boots in Philadelphia.
Yeah. Because of the Sixers. Yeah, it's not many Saturday. And you got to take into account Drake will be on. I'm just hypothetically throwing out names, but like Kendrick Lamar, Drake, all those guys will be on tour. So it's hard to get those Saturday nights, man. Those Saturday nights are booked up. That's why Al Haymon was so successful, was he could manipulate the calendar because he had Drake, he had Frank Beverly and Mays, he had the fighters. So he knew how to block off dates for his events months and sometimes months in advance.
Before he died, Al Haymon, Al just helped him get them on board.
Did Al what?
Did Al have Frankie Beverly before he passed?
Yeah, he was torn. I would see Al. I mean, I would see Sam. I would buy my own ticket, even though I can get free tickets from Sam. I always bought my own tickets every time they came in town, and I would see Sam. I could see Sam at the concert, even though I'm not sitting next to him. I could see his mom. He takes his mom to all those concerts, and so it's take his family, take his brother, and I would see them at concerts. I would see them on the way in or the way out, or I could see them in their seats, But I would see them pretty frequently because he came here once or twice a year, and I made it my point because "We Are One" is one of my favorite songs. We are one.
The one he made in the early 80s. Frankie Beverly, that was my guy. And the phrase,
speak up, please.
Did you know that he was from Philadelphia?
No. Did you know him personally?
Fred, I know of him. I knew his uncle's name better.
Okay.
Because they was in the street.
He comes off as a good person. Was he a good person?
Chucky was a good guy.
It seems like it.
Chucky,
His music tells me that anyway, you know.
Chucky, he was a good guy.
Yeah, I believe it.
But getting back to the date, I, I like what Danny have done with his money. I don't care for much for him and Angel's attitude, but they have took care of their money.
I believe so.
They invested wisely. Where from what I understand, Danny got 10 or 12 Starbucks down there in Florida.
I wouldn't doubt it. I definitely wouldn't doubt it, man. Danny comes off as a pretty now middle-aged man. Like he comes off as very deliberate, very calm and intentional.
And Angel selling into his old age. Now he going crazy like he used to at press conference.
Well, he beat cancer, man. Man, when you beat cancer, I'm assuming it changes you. It changes you. It changes you. You know, so to say the least. So yes.
I'm glad for Danny. He gets some of his money.
Yeah. Danny's been good to me. Nothing.
That include myself and a lot of other fighters that was around me and with me. We didn't take care of money the way Danny Garcia did. I got to give him credit.
Absolutely. That's your Philadelphia partner.
He did well with his money. Though.
Yep.
He did well. I mean, he did better than some of my fighters who was two-time heavyweight champion of the world. Even though Timmy making good living now, but Timmy could have had more. Him, Robin Hines, all the fighters that came out of them gyms and put it up before Danny didn't do nothing with their money. Danny come after them, and I'm really proud of him. How he took care of his money, took care of his family. And matter of fact, friend, from what my understanding, he still got the same girl.
Danny, he just had kids. He's having kids now. Forgive me for not knowing their age, but I would say in the last 5 years, he's probably had 2 kids. So he's been very intentional about his and and he's smart, man. If he's listen, I'm gonna be very frank with these young athletes right now. Man, get you a wife. Get you a wife that will understand who you are and how she met you, and you know, and keep it quiet. Keep your wife out of the public eye, and don't and here's another thing I would say too. Don't dress your woman like she is going to the BET Awards. You know, keep her classy. She cross her legs and she wear pearls. You know what I mean? Like every wife I say that has a man that has fame, she should wear pearls and cross her legs. There's nothing more classier than that. You know, like I'm watching Godfather of Harlem. Everybody knows that Bumpy Johnson and Mamie are husband and wife or an item, but she doesn't present herself that way. You know, and I know it may be to some degree it's fictional. You have better take on it than I, but put on pearls, man. Cross your legs. Make sure you're wearing a dress, not a skirt. You know, make sure it's below your knees. You know,
we go right back. These women are not being born.
Speak up, please.
What I'm saying, these women are not being born.
Yeah.
They didn't have women to teach them. She said, okay, not put your wife in our conversation. But
Please ask.
I'm going to say this. Fred, your wife, her culture is the same as our culture. But they perfect, the women in her culture perfect their culture better than the women perfecting the old women in our culture.
Okay, well, yeah, and I'm going to confirm this by saying it. So
I'm going to interview. What you want, Pete? Oh, yeah, you. No, what you want? I ain't got nothing. You know, is this guy at work? I don't know if he work on Sunday or not. I go down and see. So, what I'm saying is that I have a few Korean women that work here, man. They even wear nurses' outfits. They still cross the leg.
Yeah.
You got sisters that work here, set with the legs jack open. I see what you mean when you say what you just said a few minutes ago. So I asked the sister tonight, I said, why Miss Wong always crosses her legs? She asked me, she said, and you don't. She said, because I don't have to cross my legs if I don't want. I said, don't you think it's ladylike to cross your legs? She said, these old people here, old guys, they don't know what they're looking at no way. So to pick it back off what you said, friend, Miss Wong, every time I see she knock on my door, she got a smile. She sat down, read the Hong Kong paper on her lunch break. She'll either sit in front of my door or she'll sit in the TV room. Very, always dressed nice, always. I got the old-fashioned earring, Fred. You know what I'm saying? And I see where you come from and why you telling these young athletes and young doctors and lawyers to get away. I understand that. That's why I said that. So, Fred, I think people from your wife's culture and my friends and my caretaker, Miss Wong's culture, they honor the women that came before them. And the women of our culture, they don't really honor the grandmother and the old aunties like they should in our culture. Can you speak on that, Fred?
Yeah. Not only can I speak on it, I had a living example of it Friday evening. Remember, I told you I had to go to a wedding.
Yes.
Okay. There was over 100 people at the wedding, right?
Mm-hmm.
There was only 2 people there. 2 people. Listen carefully. There was only 2 people there out of 150 that were married that had kids. Everyone else was married and or had kids out of 150 people. So we would assume that there was probably 50 couples and the rest is like young kids and all that. I would say out of the 50 couples, there was only 2 people there that wasn't married that had kids. So 48 out of 50 were married and had kids. Can you believe that? In my family, it's the other way around. There's only 2. You know, and I'm laughing because it hurts a little bit. I'm not laughing because it's like it's like
no. I can hear it in your voice.
Yeah.
That's not being. That's why I thought of your wife's culture, Miss Wong and Mr. Jones that work here. That's a good caretaker for the people here that have medical problems. I can see how them old women from there back in this old country out there. She said, we can't say our nieces and nephews don't have the wisdom, Fred. It's just they think that they are doing something that we are old and our day has come and gone. Now, even look at the family. Like you tell me the athletes. Fred, you tell me the athletes the same thing that you told your nephew when he did this.
I told my nephew when he got out of jail. Absolutely right. Get married.
So what I'm saying, Fred, to witness what you witnessed on Friday, Fred, I haven't witnessed that. I say in my family, all the young ones in my family now doing their own thing.
Yeah, the young ones especially. Yeah.
They're doing their own thing. All Uncle Leon, or you think like Papa and them did back in the 50s and the 60s. It's a new era. Actually, the new era is what got me to this era. The old era is what got me to the new era. So people don't understand, Fred. And a lot of the younger black girls that work this way, they got upset because me and Miss Juan always talk. She taught me how to read the hard column paper and to look at certain things in the newspaper, sports and whatever. And we were talking, and the young lady, she got very upset. Why are you always talking this morning about the old country? I said, because I can't talk to you about how your family, how they survived the hard days of Mississippi, because you don't want to talk about it. The hard days of Mississippi is what got you to the Bronx. And Fred, she was very upset. Fantastic. She said, I'm always talking about the old days. I said, the old days is what got me here. So Fred, you're right. Fred, I haven't seen what you saw on Friday. This is the early 60s. And in my own family, in my own community.
Yeah.
In the South. That don't happen. Fred.
No, it don't happen. It don't happen.
And a lot of people, Fred, and I see why you tell these athletes, get your wife. And Fred, you know another problem that's in our community, especially the African American and Latino community, these guys, they don't think about marriage. The little non-attractive woman, young lady that was with them doing their homework, get them to the NBA, get them to the college shop. They want to, when they get to college, become a superstar. They want to marry a superstar. They got the little unattractive, very God-fearing young ladies that was with them and helped them get to the position. See, Fred, I didn't know this. You probably know this better than me because you're around the school down there. Fred, I didn't know. A teacher told me this. Coach, he said this. A lot of my star players, they would be playing for one for their unattractive girlfriend or helping them with their homework.
Their homework. Yeah.
Fred, I didn't know that existed. A coach told me this Friday on the bus. I got on the bus. That's right. I get on the bus and we start talking. Hey, I can hear you on the podcast. Some guy named Fred from the West Coast. Yeah. He said, I see you come out of Greece sometimes. So let's have sports conversation. Some of the old times we ride the bus and we used to sit in Starbucks. You know, you go to Starbucks and they have the senior citizen hour for coffee and fruit. So Fred, I didn't know this. A retired coach told me a lot of his guys that played overseas. He had a few guys played a couple of years in NBA, but most of his guys that he coached in Newark and coached in Far Rockaway, New York, played, most of his guys played overseas, had long careers overseas. And he told me, that guy he told me, he said he had two guys to play with Kobe's father at the end of his career when he left the Sixers and played overseas. So I didn't know that a lot of these athletes wouldn't have made it to the big time for the little high school girlfriend doing their homework.
For sure.
I didn't know how true it was, so coach told me that. He said, man, a lot of guys were failing. I could have taken them off the team and didn't care what their parents said, because they didn't have the grade, and the school board would have backed me up. But a lot of these girlfriends trying to meet the coach. You know they're good. We'll shoot them. Just let them play. Yeah. Me Coach Jackson was talking about that old time coach out of Newark and he coached in Far Rockaway. I didn't know. So Fred, you make a good point, man. So Fred, it ain't. See, you gotta understand. Fred, you ain't saying nothing that you ain't told your own nephews, man.
and I'm living it. You know, like
Yeah,
I'm I,
and
I,
plus you
I
live it.
I'm
I can say you live. You
living
get
it.
on my nerves, but I can say you live it. You
I'm
do live it.
living it like in real time. I'm getting up at
Yes,
9
you are.
a.m. and we in the gym. Like we got to be in the gym at 9 a.m. tomorrow.
You
Because
ain't hear me?
it's a holiday schedule, so it's Labor Day, so we're small hours tomorrow. So the point I'm making is it's real simple, man. I've
Mm-hmm.
made I'm gonna help people understand my reality, and to wrap this part, and then we'll do one more segment. Uh, I've made over 11,000 videos on YouTube.
Yes, you are.
Dre hasn't been in one video outside of one because she's a doctor. And the first week of COVID, people had so many questions that she called in. Well, I've not called in. She's upstairs. I'm downstairs, and I tell her that I'm gonna call you at a certain time so you can explain to the people what the hell's going on with this COVID and the pandemic. That's the only time she's been on my platform. And I'm not going to say it was a plan or intentional. I'm saying
But it was
this.
helpful.
No, but no. When a man leads, a woman subconsciously and consciously fills the role. When two people are the same, one person becomes inadequate. One person becomes unnecessary, right? So, with that being said, she never chose one to be better than me or be me. You get what I'm saying? So that's one of the many reasons why I encourage men. Get you a
Man,
wife. Well, let me finish. Get you a
yes,
wife.
I was gonna pick back up what you
Yeah,
just said.
yeah. And let her and have the conversation about who you are. Like if you like more than one woman, then motherfucker, take her to dinner before you say I do. Or if you love gambling. Hey, listen, I make $20,000 a month. I want to spend $5,000 a month on gambling. That's my advice. Hey, I'm married. I want to get married. However, I love women. Well, that's a conversation you have with your woman when you and her are at the dinner table. You know what I mean? Or I want to take care of my parents. I want my parents to move in. But don't and part two, don't make it public. Why are house conversations becoming tabloid conversations? You understand what I'm saying? Like keep that inside your house.
You know
Be
what, Fred, you're
disciplined.
right.
Continue. Go ahead.
You gotta understand. Fred.
Speak up because
You
this is
gotta,
important. I want people to hear what I don't know what you're gonna say,
but you
but
gotta, you gotta understand. People gotta understand. Fred, if she, you see, you got to see what we have to understand, Fred. That what we got, a lot of these guys today, athletes didn't get because they said, Grandma, Grandpa, and old Auntie Sarah, Auntie Beulah, the old fashioned stories. I don't want to hear them. See, that's why, Fred, your marriage, by God's grace, have been so successful. And my sister married to her husband 37 years from the successful because they had ideas of the throwback. They had one come and do his thing, and my sister did her thing. She was a nurse, and he was in the security world, working for Showtime at the main office. And you know, so Fred, you are right. Your woman, your wife, she had never got into the sports world. That's not her thing. Her thing is the medical world. So I agree with what you just said. She only been on the show one time. That was to help educate people about the medical crisis that we were in. So you see what I'm saying? But that shows you, Fred. She knows her role from the throwback, the old grandmother, the old auntie from her culture.
mhm.
See, Fred, I don't know if you know anything about Queens. Fred, my whole block is Chinese.
Mm.
Chinese.
How far are you from LaGuardia Airport?
About 12 minutes.
Okay.
Fred, I tell you, I'm more close. I don't know if you ever heard of it. I'm more closer to Amherst Hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And all that neighborhood is Chinese. My whole block is Chinese. Once you pass my building, Fred, it's the Chinese and Mexican. The Chinese have the supermarkets and the banks on the corner. Fred, I sit there and I watch them old days. And I watch how bored them kids is, but they be listening to them old aunties from the old days in China. I sit there and talk and watch. Now, them kids be bored and listen to that old Chinese stuff from back in the day, but the Chinese kids and Japanese kids, they know that's going to benefit them in the long run. They may not pay attention to it now, but they're storing it for the future. That's something that the young guys and the women in our community, they don't do what you did and what I'm about to do. My oldest daughter, my did. Even you don't want to hear it, if you go sit on grandma's porch and you listen to them old stories, because you never know them stories might help you down the road. That's something that our kids in our culture don't do today. You agree?
Oh yeah, and the data substantiates it.
Yeah, the data.
And the black population, man, 80% was married with that had kids in 1960, and in 2020 it was 80-20. So it's the data substantiates it's the high 70s. I'm just rounded up to 80, but yeah. So
what you just told me about Friday with the married couple,
it's amazing. I couldn't believe it.
Listen, I still don't believe it. I know you were there. I know you told me about the wedding, but Fred, to have that kind of a thing in this day and time.
Yeah. And I'm gonna tell you how profound it is in their family. She has a cousin named Samantha, right?
Right.
She's young and beautiful and sharp and witty. She just got engaged to a black fireman. So and why I'm saying that it's important. So it's the standards you have, the expectation. Because I'm willing to bet any man, if you ain't got to buy the cow, don't buy the cow. Period. I don't care if it's business. I don't care if it's women. I don't care. I don't care what it is. I've been on both sides of the fence, Mr. Muhammad. Right?
Yeah.
If I'm trying to I just want the milk. I don't give a fuck. I'm not trying to house a cow. You know, I don't have a farm. I don't have a ranch. You know what I mean? So that's what I'm saying. So I'm willing to bet that if the expectations wasn't set from a family perspective, that maybe that young black man could have got the milk for free. I don't know. However, they're engaged to be married. They're getting married in March or April of 2026. So with that being said,
the possibility that he appreciates what God has done him.
Absolutely.
No so
yeah, and forgive me for not saying it could have been him as well. You know, I was just speaking from a man's perspective. I know people gonna say, "Well, the black man." I'm just speaking from a man's perspective. You get more men want free milk than a cow. You know what I mean? So.
At 9, when you free, we have free milk. Come back to haunt a lot of guys.
And that's what we talked about in the last segment, you know, between Terrence Crawford, potentially, but I didn't say it has, potentially Terrence Crawford, Devin Haney. But we saw what had happened to Mike Tyson in Japan. They said he had a freak off. He had his own personal freak off, you know, according to people that were there.
I wasn't here for the Douglas fight, but I was there for the Tony Tucker fight. Because I had some people I had the lawyer that had him that did the contract, so I was able to go. But Fred, let me tell you, Fred, that free milk, it haunts The only fighter that I work with, two fighters that freed me up getting horny, was Michael Spinks and Prince Charles Williams. All the other champions I work with is horny. Tim Witherspoon got 100 children. Rich Green crazy here. Tony Chuck is crazy. Peyton Thomas, he was so strung out over freedom York, come to the ring high. So you can pray when, and I want these young brothers to know. And you brought up the wife's cousin for a reason. Here's a guy. You know what I'm saying? Here's a guy. She's pretty, man. Because I know beautiful. She said she's gorgeous. She's gorgeous. But Fred, for her to take her to be with him and take out time to marry a guy that works, his job is to protect the community. Fred, many women today, they don't want firefighters, a regular deacon, a guy that, what is it, school call. They don't want them kind of guys. They want the guys that breaking in the big bucks. You know what I'm saying? So that shows you the character of your wife's cousin, how she chose the father. Fred. Girls, women today, Fred, are not shooting firemen, crossing guards, school crossing guards, and school nurses. Fred. That ain't happening, especially in our community, Fred. You want to pick it back off that, Fred?
No, it's not happening because now the culture has infiltrated family. The culture has infiltrated the church. Now the church spend as much time preaching about God as they do hating on Trump or talking about politics and black culture. This black culture. When did God? Let me say this. When did God put black culture on a pedestal? When? Is it in the Quran? Is it in the Bible?
I ain't never read it in the Quran, the Bible, or the Torah.
See, that's the whole. See, we've been hoodwinked and bamboozled, you know. I know. To believe that black culture is superior to God's word.
Let me say something to that. Fred, you gotta understand, Fred, if your family come out of Virginia, you gotta understand the days are more corporate and Hollywood than they is them old preachers that you used to hear when you went down to see grandma and them in Virginia when you was growing up. You agree, Fred?
Yes, I agree.
And one thing about it, Fred, is that the preachers today, Fred, half of them don't even know what the hell they preach. In my opinion, Fred. Half of them don't know what they're doing. But what I will say, Fred, is that preachers today, Fred, your job is to feed the soul. Your job ain't to worry about what's going on Capitol Hill. And Fred, a lot of these preachers today, Fred, are more politicians than they're preachers.
Right.
You agree with? Fred, we never seen it so bad in our community than it is today.
Man.
I've been out here a long time. But getting back to the community, Fred, a lot of these preachers are not helpful to these athletes because they're putting these athletes on pedestals just to get donations.
Man, there's only one pedestal in the church or a mosque. It's only room for one, you know, and that's it. That's it. Everybody else is a servant.
You know? It's not the way it's supposed to go.
Yeah, man. It's
And a lot of people see. I like what you just said about your future cousin-in-law, Fred. She chose with her heart. She didn't chose with her mind in the future of a pocketbook.
mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? I'm going with this,
right? Yeah.
See, women today, Fred, they don't think. Now, if you see a guy running, getting 4 or 5, getting 4 or 5 touchdowns, you don't care what else going on. So Fred, I mean, the church has been more hurtful than it's been helped. You agree with me?
I'm not gonna go out on a limb and say more over the other. I'm gonna say I have witnessed instances where it has, where it has. Man, what are you doing over there? You tearing something up? What are you doing?
Mm-hmm.
I will say, I belonged to a church as a child where the pastor, who was married to my aunt, who is 92 years old, he ran off with the pianist. So I have seen examples, and I also have seen my aunt Justa never had a child out of wedlock who's been in one church since the day I was born. I've been here 47 years, and she's belonged to that church ever since I was in Virginia. And she's one of the elders in my family, so that's why I took my kids down there to get saved, right? 2 Sundays ago, a month ago. Wow. So, but what I'm saying is, I said all that to say there is some pluses and some minuses, but the ones that we see on the internet now, definitely more minus than positive, you know. So, and that's what they want you to glorify, because they want to make you a consumer of not just goods, but spiritual goods, financial goods, emotional goods. You know, there's so many different currencies that they control you with, that it supersedes God.
Okay, let me tell you why. I'm gonna say to our fans why I'm agreeing with this phrase to this day. Because I remember when back in the day, I'd be in the office. Bush Lewis would be so mad. I said, what's up, man? He said, I got these pictures calling me. Wolf, Michael show up, and they have some kind of event in Delaware. They want Michael. I said, look, they only want Michael there so they can, even though you may give him a check, Michael may give him a check, people say the chance can give, I can give a little something. See, I've seen preachers use athletes, man. They use their own congregation for their own thing. But I didn't say what I heard, I say what I know,
right.
What I experienced. I experienced this with my own brother-in-law. They ain't true. And even Marty's around the day, and Marty came. When Marty was fighting 17 years old, everybody wanted him to come to birthday party, church event, church anniversary in North Carolina, because they know his friends that was in the street, getting that street money. You know what I'm saying? Well, we need some help. So Marty was saying, go ahead, guys, help pastor. So a lot of these pastors, and I even got one in my family right now. He's all of the dream. He said, we know. And what hurts me is when the pastor today uses their flock for their own gain, not for the gain of the community.
Right.
Fred, let me tell you something. There was a kid out of Philly. When he got married in the magazine, he gave the man $100,000. Street guy. Because he wanted to say, I got married in the magazine. and he named him. And I mean, and the same, there was a congressman out of Philly named Bill Brick. He turned down $100,000. He said, I don't want to go to the hellfire. You see what I'm saying, Fred? And you were right. Especially these Joe Ortiz and Fred. What was the woman? I think her nephew played overseas basketball. And Fred, she was a big pastor out of Chicago. Her husband beat her up in the parking lot.
Oh, I don't know.
Fred, her name gonna come to me. You know, I gotta remember. Her name gonna come to me. You can look up, Fred. Juanita Bynum. Juanita Bynum. Juanita Bynum. Fred.
Oh, Juanita Bynum. That's Will Bynum's. That's Will Bynum's. Wow. Really? I never knew Will Bynum. Let me go to Wikipedia. Yeah, Juanita Bynum. That's my grandmother's name, Juanita. Wow.
That's my aunt's name, Juanita. And my first cousin.
Yeah, that's an old woman.
Juanita.
That's an old woman's name.
Yeah. That's the whole thing, see? That's the whole thing, man. With these things. Only thing around people is cigar. And you don't want nothing there. And you only had one bag on. I keep flying wild. All right. Damn. I got to keep you up.
So, no, it's not Will Bynum. Okay, so I'll say this. We're seeing. Oh man, you got a bad. What are you doing with your phone, man?
I'm trying to turn it up.
Okay.
Go ahead, just talk.
No, we can't hear because you got something over the phone and it's making a noise.
Go.
Okay. And the greatest example that I can give for boxing fans is Carissa Shields and her married boyfriend Papoose. That is the greatest example that I can give is why black culture supersedes God's law. You know, the man is married. They run around town. He works for her now, according to his Instagram post. She has a tattoo of him on the bottom of her breast, and it's just utterly disgusting. How and the ugly thing about it is, black culture accepts it. Why y'all hating on Carissa? We ain't hating on Carissa. The Bible says it's wrong, so it's wrong. You know, and that's what's wrong. You know, these people are idolizing women like Carissa Shields and Cardi B, and it's destroying black culture, you know, and it's anti-God. And that's the biggest reason. The biggest example that I can give as it relates to this boxing platform.
You don't know what I will say, take that on what Fred said, y'all. And I don't care if you call me a hater or whatever. They said I was a Carissa Shields hater. They said I was Earl Spence hater. But they put themselves in resistance. So when now I can see why her self-esteem is low, not putting her business out there that she already told. Mark Tapper, her manager, is a great friend of mine. Mark and I go back 40 years when he was over at HBO. I was over there with Butch Lewis and Don King and Shelly Finkel. But what I will say, Fred, what example is that for your niece? You run around with a married man. Come on, now, Fred, I'm going to speak on this because I've met her nieces in Atlantic City. I met Carissa nieces in Atlantic City. Fred, you know when that situation happened?
Yeah. You spoke on it quite a few times on our platform. Yeah.
Now,
during
Fred,
our interviews.
Now, her sister, to me, in my suggestion, what I've seen, her sister have better morals than she has. From what I experienced, talking to her and her father 3 days in Atlantic City, That's my perception. Now, she don't support what her brother did, but Fred, what example that you set for your niece? Everybody knows she got 5 or 6 nieces. Fred, and see, when people say we hate on her, Fred, we're trying to protect her nieces.
Mm-hmm.
And we don't even know these young ladies. But we put that out there, hoping that she get herself together. You run around with a, but Fred, is the boy living with her, or you stay with his wife?
I would say he's living with her because he works for her. He said, as an executive, I can say this. It was something going viral that I saw. He posted, as an executive working with Carissa, I can say. So that means she's employed him. So I would say he's living with her.
Now, Fred. Now, this rapper. Now, he ain't no great rapper, but his name ain't ringing bells like Snoop and all of them. We know this.
Right.
Now, Fred. Now, I want the young ladies to listen to us, because a lot of them need to listen to what we're saying.
Mm-hmm.
Don't call us haters, because we are trying to protect your women and y'all nieces and nephews that's coming after y'all that don't look good. Fred, here you got a mad guy tattoo on your breast. What is that for your sister's daughter? A lot of people gonna say I'm a hater. They can call you a hater, Fred. I'm a renegade hater. But Fred, am I right?
No, I'd rather be a hater and walk through them pearly gates than be a shit. I don't give a damn. Listen. I'm fortified already. I'm fortified. I'm an old man, basically. You know.
It's crazy, Fred. Fred, she don't know that she's getting her niece and them have to pay for this when they go to school.
That's a fact.
The example that you and your wife live, that builds character in y'all 2 children.
Mm-hmm.
Am I right or wrong?
100%.
So, Fred, I mean, you are not, they are not setting an example. She's not setting an example.
Nope, not at all.
She said, if you doing that, because he said, my aunt was a great fighter. She did it. Why can't I do it?
Right.
He said, when you do crazy stuff, you don't know the outcome. The outcome would be jail or death. You could do all this nut shit, and then your nephew, or when your niece is trying, wind up being killed. Wind up running into a jealous wife, or running into a jealous boyfriend.
Right.
You see where I'm going with this? I want you to understand where I'm going with this. Mm-hmm. The example we live is for our children and our families for tomorrow. And so that's why I said, anybody ask me, I said, listen, Fred lives the way he talked, that's the way he lived with his family. I said, I ain't never got no calls that he was in the nightclub. I said, listen, I ain't never got no calls that he was at some big after party after a big fight. I said, he interviewed me in New York. Listen, I know he was going upstairs. So what these athletes that they play, especially coming from, he said, you know this, because you married in different cultures. You don't see that the athletes from your wife's culture act like the brothers from our culture.
Nah.
You ever notice?
Not in the percentage. Not in the percentage wise. Percentage wise, very few to a lot. Yes.
I mean, they didn't spend their money, but you came in and used, beat up women, get me car wrecks and violence from accident scenes. You don't see a lot of people from your wife talk to from Mr. Walton's country, who is my healthcare nurse. We talked about that all the time. She said, listen, we got some retarded in my culture, but they don't. She said, look at my paper and look at the rest of the body in your community and look at it in my culture, in my community. It's way, she says, 90% lower than the rest of the body in your community and in my community. And I asked her why. She said, because we live by the old rules. A lot of us instilled in our children the old rules. They may not agree with them, but it's helping them today as they got older. And Fred, I want to say, the old people from our community, they gave us the knowledge and wisdom. A lot of us didn't run with it. And a lot of our sisters, Fred, Mama, I ain't gonna raise my children the way you raised us. And that's why a lot of them have been to the graveyard of going to the prison every other visiting day. You agree with you see the point, Rick?
Oh, I get it 1,000%. I see it. I see it in my family.
And you mentioned the guy today. Now I don't know. I know it's true. It's only one fighter from the 84 games that killed the Rich. You know who that is?
84. That's currently filthy rich.
That's currently filthy rich.
Oscar. No, that's 92.
You know who he is. Man. You know who it is, right?
Evander's not filthy rich. Tyrone Biggs?
No.
Wait.
Mark Breland.
Mark Breland?
Filthy rich.
Good for him.
If you look how he's dressed, he's still dressing like it's 1986.
Oh, I know.
And he got 12 years or 10% from Wilder.
Yeah.
All the movies he played in.
Good for him.
Peace. The guy ain't around there, Peace. Yeah. I'm not going to go here and answer. I'm just not going to go here and answer. I believe you. So I don't know what you're going to do. You're just going to have to wait till the cab man come get you in the morning. You have to wait. Unless you go outside and see if anybody out there.
Oh, well, I need to go to the first floor, but some people go to smoke with the yard.
Oh, you going to the yard? You can go see. I'm back, Fred. That's my room.
All right. Yeah, no biggie.
If Fred, you know that Mark Breland was filthy rich?
I'm happy for him.
Fred, Mark Breland drinks, but Mark Breland is gambling and playing. And I only know that him that had his children's mother. And I think he got a girl now as he got older. But otherwise, Mark Breland, I ain't never seen him in a club in New York, or New Jersey, or Virginia. I know he would come to my room when he wasn't fighting, and me and him and my nephew would have a beer or something, watching the Giants, he's a Giants fan. Stuff like that. You know, guys hang around and have a couple beers, right?
Yeah.
But he one of the guys that go in the bar and throw that money away. Oh no. See, a lot of people keep saying New York, but wait, if you can put that, Mark Breland was born in Denmark, South Carolina. That's why when he lost the title in South Carolina to Marlon Starling, because the dude was wanting to bring him home. They didn't even take him to his hometown. They took him to Columbus. Township out of Fort.
Well, it was bigger. Sell more tickets.
Yeah. Wait, let me tell you something. Mark, he listened to Shirley Baker and Shirley invest that money for him. Mark gonna eat long to live. I want to say Mark about 63, 64 now.
Good for him.
He's great. Them guys that came up. Now, Fred, from my understanding, Fred, Burger Hill still got money because Burger had good lawyers and people that made good investments with him. But Burger, I think Burger downfall came when he fell out with Eddie Pluck. And just being from Bismarck, North Dakota, how much money can you spend in North Dakota, Fred? You know what I'm saying? So I mean, Fred, we've seen some athletes make a lot of money, and during your time, Fred, you've seen athletes lose a lot of money.
Right.
So
did I lose you, Mr. Muhammad? Did you hit the mute button? Unmute yourself. All right, I guess Mr. Muhammad phone died.
Fred,
there you go.
Fred, Fred, do you think any Al Haymon fighters are filthy rich other than Wilder?
Yeah, I would say filthy rich.
Other than Wilder.
I would say Danny Garcia, Earl Spence. I would say Gary.
We can't put Danny in because we know what Danny is. Now we don't know what Wilder doing with money. Now I say Wilder gonna be all right.
Wilder had 3 Fury fights. He's straight, man. He had 3 Fury fights, man. He never moved to LA though. Like he never moved to LA as a heavyweight champ. Tell me a heavyweight champion that didn't move. He's probably the only one in modern history that's never moved to LA.
You got a lot of heavyweight champions that made big money that didn't move to LA.
Shit, who?
Tyson never moved to LA.
Shit, you might as well say he did. I know what you're saying. Okay. Technically, no. Okay, no. Okay.
Michael Spink never moved to LA. Larry Holmes never moved to LA.
Oh yeah, you're right. Okay, I stand corrected.
So, Fred, you know I know this. You got it around.
Oh, do you? You know it.
But what I will say, Fred,
man, yes. I'm exhausted now. I'm tired, Mr. Muhammad.
No, it's been 4 months. All right, Fred.
Man, we could do tomorrow. If you want to do tomorrow after 8.
What we got coming up?
We still ain't talk about. We got to talk about Terrence Crawford, Canelo. When are you going to Vegas?
I'm going to Vegas on the 11th. Because matter of fact, I got to pay for my room tomorrow.
Okay.
Shirley Finkel's office bought my plane ticket.
Oh, so you are going so you flying out of LaGuardia?
Out of LaGuardia.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's where Malcolm X used to fly out of. He lived across the street from there.
So Fred, I imagine you'll call my nephew in the morning.
Yeah, let's take care of it in the morning. Just shoot me a text.
Okay.
Just shoot me a text. Just shoot me a text in the morning.
Fred, I can't check on this bootleg phone. Oh, Fred, he already sent it to you. You see it? You see it, Fred? Fred, you see it?
I'm checking.
Fred.
I'm checking. I'm checking right now, Mr. Muhammad.
Yeah.
One second. Let me send it. All right, it's done. All right, appreciate you, Mr. Muhammad.
All right, now listen, Fred, we got this because I want to do Crawford, free Crawford, and when I get out there with them.
No, he don't want to see me. Nah, he hates me.
No. Then what I said, I want to do a free Crawford interview, and I want to do an interview with you when I get with them.
Oh, so after you talk to them.
Yeah, because I'm going out meeting with Bomac. Bomac always takes that.
Okay, well, y'all two shouldn't be eating out together. Y'all fat motherfuckers should not be eating out together.
Oh, man. I'm going to say that. Y'all, the thing I'm saying, me and Bo Matt need back up at the table.
Oh my God, man. That sounds like diabetic coma. That's what that sounds like. That's what.
All right. All right. So I'll talk to I'll go see my nephew in the morning.
All right. Thank you.
All right, man.
I appreciate you.
We'll talk soon.
All right, thank you.
Talk during the week, Fred.
All right, thank you. Appreciate you, Mr. Muhammad. And we're done.